Thank you very much for joining us. We begin in the occupied West Bank, where 6 Palestinians have been killed in an Israeli drone strike. There's been ongoing fighting in Jenin between Palestinian fighters and Israeli forces. The Israeli army raided the city of Jenin and surrounded its refugee camp. There have been almost daily raids across the occupied West Bank since the beginning of the war on Gaza. Let's get the latest with Laura Khan, who's in occupied East Jerusalem for us. Laura, drone strikes in the occupied West Bank are rare. Tell us about what's happened.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, what we've been told from reports, local reports from the ground, is that this drone strike targeted a group of people sitting on Shuhada roundabout, which is in the south of Jenin City. And we've seen some pretty gruesome pictures of a number of bodies lying on the floor. The government hospital confirmed 6 people were killed. We know that the Israeli army stormed both Jenin City and also the refugee camp at about 1 a.m. and they left at about 5 a.m. There was some fierce resistance from fighters from the camp. We know there was at least one IED that exploded and destroyed an Israeli army vehicle. And there are also local reports that one soldier was taken away by an army helicopter. We don't know how many soldiers were injured, but certainly we do know that this group was targeted and people say they were civilians. But this is just part of the nightly raids that we are witnessing in the occupied West Bank. We know there's been at least 5,600 people arrested, more than 3,000 injuries. And with this latest death toll, we're looking at around 332 Palestinians killed since October 7th.
And Laura, stay with us, because Israel's military says its forces have finished dismantling Hamas's military framework in northern Gaza. A spokesman announced that thousands of Hamas fighters have been killed in the north of the Strip since October the 7th. The Israeli military says weapons and documents belonging to the group have been seized. Laura, Hamas denying these claims. What do we know is actually happening in northern Gaza?
Well, we know that the Israeli army has long been saying that it is in full operational control of the north of the Gaza Strip, but it is using a slightly different language now, that it has dismantled Hamas infrastructure. The spokesman of the army, Daniel Hagari, says this is in 5 components, that they have eliminated the commanders of Hamas, that they have also gathered intelligence from the area and cleared the region of fighters. They have got rid of rockets and rocket infrastructure and destroyed the tunnel network. This was denied by Al-Qassam brigades. This is the military wing of Hamas, and they released video of fierce fighting going on in the Tufah neighborhood in the north with the Israeli army. Now, Daniel Hagari did admit that they may well continue rocket launches. So it's very ambiguous language to say that they are in full control of the north. But they did say they will continue operational control into central Gaza, where they say there are many commanders of Hamas, and also into Khan Yunis in the south, where they say there is a large network of tunnels. The army and the government agree that this war will continue now well into 2024.
Laura, thank you very much for the update. Laura Khan reporting there live from occupied East Jerusalem.